say the world isn't quite what it seems. Could it be that reality as we know it is just the tip of the iceberg, hiding truths stranger than fiction? Today, we're diving into the top 10 mind-bending conspiracy theories that make you question everything you thought you knew. Let's start unraveling the mysteries. The moon landing hoax. Our journey begins with one of the most hotly debated moments in human history, the Apollo 11 moon landing. While millions watched in awe as Neil Armstrong took that historic first step in 1969, others claim it was nothing more than a staged Hollywood production. Believers in this theory point to unusual details, like the movement of the flag in an atmosphere with no wind, and strange reflections in the astronauts' visors, suggesting studio lights. Some theorists even argue that Stanley Kubrick, fresh off directing 2001, A Space Odyssey, was recruited by NASA to film the landing. But let's not forget that these claims have been repeatedly debunked by scientists, who explain that the moon's low gravity could account for the strange flag movement. Still, despite all explanations, this theory refuses to die. The Mandela effect. Have you ever been absolutely sure of a memory, only to discover it's totally different from what actually happened? This puzzling phenomenon is called the Mandela effect. Named after Nelson Mandela because many people distinctly recall him dying in prison in the 80s, despite him actually passing in 2013. Some people believe this effect is evidence of parallel universes bleeding into ours, creating subtle shifts in reality. Think about it. How could so many people remember things like the Berenstain Bears? But the mystery doesn't end with Mandela. From the spelling of the Berenstain Bears to whether the Monopoly Man ever wore a monocle, these discrepancies make us question, is this just our memory playing tricks on us? Or could it be proof of something far more mysterious, like parallel universes crossing paths? Skeptics argue the Mandela effect is simply a quirk of human memory. Cognitive scientists explain that memory is reconstructive, meaning our brains don't actually store perfect records of events. Instead, we piece together memories each time we recall them, and sometimes details get added or changed based on what we expect. It's like a game of telephone, but with your own mind. HAARP and weather control. Moving on to HAARP, a research facility in Alaska that studies the Earth's ionosphere. Sounds harmless, right? Well, conspiracy theorists argue that HAARP is far more than a scientific project. According to them, HAARP has the power to manipulate the weather, causing everything from droughts to earthquakes, all in the name of hidden agendas. HAARP was built in the 1990s to study the Earth's ionosphere, the layer of the atmosphere that interacts with solar radiation and influences communication systems. The facility's antennas send high-frequency radio waves into the ionosphere to observe its response. Sounds innocent enough, right? But according to some, this powerful technology is a cover for a far more sinister purpose: controlling the weather. The theory goes that by directing energy at specific parts of the ionosphere, HAARP can influence weather patterns, from creating storms to steering hurricanes. Some even believe it could trigger earthquakes by disturbing tectonic plates. Natural disasters, they argue, are sometimes orchestrated to push political agendas or even reduce global populations. Though HAARP officially shut down in 2014 and now operates under the University of Alaska for research purposes, it remains at the heart of global conspiracy theories. The Illuminati. The Illuminati, a name that sends shivers down some spines and sparks fascination in others. This secret society supposedly pulls the strings behind world events, from presidential elections to pop culture phenomena, orchestrating a new world order. Believers point to the constant appearance of symbols like the all-seeing eye in music videos, movies, and public events, suggesting that they're coded messages from an elite ruling class. The original Illuminati, known as the Bavarian Illuminati, was founded in 1776 in Germany. Its members were intellectuals, academics, and progressive thinkers who opposed religious and governmental authority, advocating instead for reason, freedom of thought, and secularism. But the Bavarian Illuminati's influence was short-lived, as it was quickly disbanded and banned by the government. Or so we're told. Many believe the organization simply went underground, spreading its influence across Europe and eventually infiltrating major institutions worldwide. To them, the modern Illuminati is an evolved version of that original group, now pursuing global domination through covert means. One of the most compelling aspects of the Illuminati conspiracy is its alleged use of symbols. The most infamous is the all-seeing eye, often depicted atop a pyramid. You've likely seen this symbol on the back of the US dollar bill or in music videos and movies. Some believe this eye represents the Illuminati's watchful gaze over society, while others say it symbolizes enlightenment or the pursuit of knowledge. But why is this theory so enduring? Some say the fascination stems from our fear of hidden control and manipulation. Our worry that there are forces out there influencing our lives without our knowledge or consent. The lost city of Atlantis. Ever since Plato mentioned it, Atlantis has captivated imaginations worldwide. According to legend, it was a highly advanced civilization, and when it fell out of favor with the gods, it was swallowed by the ocean. But some believe Atlantis was real, and its ruins lie hidden under the sea, possibly containing technology or knowledge beyond our wildest dreams. While most historians dismiss Atlantis as a myth, the search continues, with explorers even claiming to have found evidence of it in places like the Bahamas or off the coast of Spain. Over the years, countless theories have emerged about the true location of Atlantis. Some believe it lies near the Greek island of Santorini, destroyed by a massive volcanic eruption. Others claim it's hidden off the coast of Spain or even in the Caribbean, where the Bimini Road, a series of underwater stones, was discovered in the 1960s. Believers say these stones are the remains of an ancient civilization, possibly Atlantis. Whether Atlantis was real or just a myth, it has certainly left a mark on our imagination. From movies and TV shows to books and games, Atlantis is a symbol of a lost world, one where humanity reached the pinnacle of civilization, only to watch it slip away. Area 51 and extraterrestrial life. Area 51, a top-secret military base in Nevada, is synonymous with UFO sightings and alien lore. The government says it's a testing ground for experimental aircraft, but believers insist it's where alien technology and even life forms are hidden from the public. One of the most compelling stories comes from Bob Lazar, a man who claims to have worked on reverse engineering alien spacecraft at Area 51. His allegations include descriptions of advanced propulsion systems and the existence of non-human life forms. Although many dismiss his claims as fabrications, Lazar's revelations have inspired countless documentaries, books, and even Hollywood films. Adding to the intrigue, the Pentagon has acknowledged that they have been investigating unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. In 2020, a series of declassified videos showed Navy pilots encountering strange objects that defied the laws of physics. This admission has rekindled discussions about Area 51, leading some to wonder if it's a hub for extraterrestrial technology and experimentation. The reptilian elite. This outlandish theory, popularized by conspiracy theorist David Icke, suggests that these reptilian beings have infiltrated high levels of power, masquerading as human leaders. It claims that these reptilians come from the Alpha Draconis star system and have been manipulating human affairs for millennia. According to his theory, they thrive on chaos and suffering, and they maintain control over society through political, economic, and social institutions. The reptilian elite is said to include influential figures across various sectors, royalty, politicians, and even celebrities. Notable names thrown into this conspiracy mix include Queen Elizabeth II, various U.S. presidents, and numerous other global. Critics dismiss this theory as a modern myth or a metaphor for the disconnect between the elite and ordinary people. Some suggest that the notion of reptilians serves as a way to express frustration with a perceived lack of transparency and authenticity in politics. While mainstream science rejects the idea of shape-shifting reptilians, the theory raises important questions about power and control. The Black Knight Satellite. Deep in the realm of conspiracy theories lies the enigmatic Black Knight satellite, an object believed by some to be an ancient alien satellite orbiting Earth for thousands of years. Its story is steeped in mystery, sparking imaginations and fueling speculation about extraterrestrial surveillance. The origins of the Black Knight satellite can be traced back to the 1950s. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that the satellite is evidence of an ancient extraterrestrial civilization monitoring humanity. They claim it was placed in orbit long before the first human-made satellites, potentially serving as a beacon or a way to gather intelligence on Earth. Theorists often point to various sightings and signals that have been attributed to the Black Knight. In 1998, when the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour captured images of a dark object during a mission, the conspiracy community exploded with theories. They believed these images confirmed the existence of the satellite, despite NASA's claims that the object was likely space debris. Additionally, the idea of the Black Knight has been intertwined with various unexplained radio signals. In the 1920s, an unusual signal was detected that many speculated was from the satellite. This signal remains unexplained, adding to the lore surrounding the mysterious object. Critics of the Black Knight theory argue that the satellite is merely a combination of space debris and the human tendency to see patterns where none exist. Chemtrails. Next time you gaze up at the sky and see planes leaving trails behind them, consider this. Are they merely water vapor, or could they be something far more sinister? The chemtrail conspiracy theory suggests that those seemingly harmless contrails are actually chemicals being deliberately released into the atmosphere, impacting our health and the environment. The theory gained traction in the late 1990s when some individuals began noticing that certain contrails lingered longer and spread out, forming cloud-like formations. Chemtrail theorists argue that these trails are part of a government or military operation aimed at climate manipulation, population control, or even biological warfare. Many proponents cite various motives for these alleged operations, including geoengineering, deliberately manipulating the Earth's climate to combat global warming. Some believe that the government may be attempting to control weather patterns or even alter public behavior through chemical exposure. Despite extensive scientific evidence debunking the chemtrail theory, pointing out that persistent contrails are caused by atmospheric conditions and the type of aircraft, belief in chemtrails remains widespread. Skeptics argue that this persistence of belief highlights deeper societal issues, including distrust of government and media. The simulation theory. Our final theory takes us into the realm of the mind-bending, the simulation theory. Imagine for a moment that everything we perceive, the world around us, the laws of physics, and even our own consciousness, are all part of a hyper-realistic simulation created by an advanced civilization. The roots of the simulation theory can be traced back to philosophers like René Descartes, who pondered the nature of reality. However, it gained significant traction in recent years thanks to technology and thinkers like Nick Bostrom, who proposed that if technology continues to advance, future civilizations might create simulations so sophisticated that the beings within them would be unaware they are not living in the real world. Consider this: if we can create realistic simulations today, think video games and virtual reality, what's to stop future civilizations from taking it to the next level? Elon Musk, a vocal proponent of this idea, argues that it's more likely than not that we are living in a simulation. He believes that if such simulations are possible, there would be countless versions of reality, making our current existence just one of many. Supporters of the simulation theory point to peculiarities in our universe as potential clues. For example, quantum mechanics reveals that particles behave differently when observed, suggesting that reality might shift based on consciousness. Could this be evidence of a programmed reality, where the rules can be altered at will? Critics argue that the simulation theory is unfalsifiable, meaning it cannot be proven or disproven. While some view it as a philosophical exercise, others believe it raises essential questions about the nature of existence, free will, and what it means to be truly alive. So there you have it, 10 theories that challenge everything we know. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, each one raises questions that stretch the limits of our understanding. Let us know in the comments which theory you find most mind-bending, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Until next time.